I'm Randel Scader, and I'm Matt Shukri's stand-in. And yeah, it's been cool. You get to wake up at 5 a.m. and get in the actor's place before they're in the before they get in the shot. I guess basically stand in. On the two movies that I've been a stand-in on, you just basically do what the actors do before they do it, so that the crew can get your correct measurements away from the lights, and see how everything's going to look on you before they waste time with the actors or whatever, trying to get everything figured out. It's really cool. It's definitely interesting. Get to see a lot of the production, get to see what's going on, how they do things, how they work things out. And that's been an interesting and unique experience. That's cool. So, long days, that's okay. I don't see how anyone could get a movie done without a long day, but it's been fun so far. We're on day 8, so of 30s or so. You know how that'll go. They'll basically stand me anywhere that they think would be a good place for the actor to, and they'll mark your spot, all that, with tape or whatever. That way you can know exactly where you are and pretty much go through the motions of what the actor does. I guess you don't have to learn the dialogue, but I try to learn it a few minutes before anyway, or that morning when I'm on set, I'll get the sides and try to learn the lines as best as I can. That way at least it's somewhat professional or whatever, and you can give the crew what they want, which is to see how the shot's going to look with the actual actor. And that's always pretty fun. Matt's cool. He's a good guy, and he's always thanking me, and that's probably the best part for me, is knowing that I'm here to help this guy do his job, and everyone else is helping me do mine. And so it's usually a pretty fun experience. I haven't had anything worth mentioning that was bad, any bad experiences so far. So everyone seems to be getting along at a decent pace and everything, which is fun, because movies could go, shooting a film could go on for forever if you didn't get done in a day or however long what you were trying to do. And that's it's pretty fun doing that, because you're always there for somebody, and somebody's always there for you.
My name is Sandy Parker, and my title is Script Supervisor. I do a couple of things. I do continuity, and I make notes for the editor. I'm kind of the eyes and ears of the editor on set. I also work very closely with the director. When I see that something's amiss, let's say maybe an actor spoke a line a little bit differently from the way it's scripted, I ask the director, well, did you notice that he said that? Are you okay with that? The director's got a lot of things that he's thinking about when we're rolling. He's usually focused a lot on the framing and the actors, their emotions, getting a certain emotion out of them. It's nice to have me there with the script in my lap, watching for these little details so that he doesn't have to worry about that stuff. I use a stopwatch. I time the scenes. I let the camera department know how long a rehearsal ran, so they can make sure that they're going to have enough film in the mag for that next take. I let the person with the slate, I let them know what number to put on it. We'll start a scene often with a wide shot. So let's say it's scene 4. We'll call it scene 4. 4 on the slate. Then let's say we do a 2 shot that's like from here up. That'll be probably 4 Apple, 4A. And then let's say we do a close-up, and then another close-up. Those are going to be 4 Baker, 4 Charlie. So I keep track of all that, and I write it all down in a log so that there's a list of everything we've shot in order, with a description, a little 1-sentence description of what the shot looked like and what camera roll it was on. and what sound roll was used. This is almost like an index or a table of contents that if, let's say there's a problem later on with one of the rolls of film footage, say maybe there was a problem at the lab or something, or a camera malfunction, we can quickly look at my notes and figure out what exactly was filmed on that roll. I also make notes on a left-hand page form that goes directly into the script. So this is not in order of what we shot. This is in order of the script, in script scene number order. So then you can look, like if you want to see details about scene 4, you turn to that scene and then you look on my left-hand pages or my facing pages, and you can see, like if the director says to me, I really liked take 3 the best, but I liked the beginning of take 2 also, but I didn't like the end of take 2. And I make all these notes. So let's say an airplane flies overhead and the noise causes a problem, but the acting looked really good. I can make a note of the noise problem, what it was. It's good to have all that. I also note if an actor, let's say they're sitting and then they stand up, I note at what point they stand, at what point in the dialogue or of what's going on do they stand, because generally editors cut on movement. So it's really important that in the wide shot, at the point that we're going to cut, that rising gesture is also the same as it is in the shot we're going to go to that's tighter. Things like that. And also little, gestures with the hands, raising a wine glass or whatever. Those are often cuttable moments too, so they need to match. What I really love about script supervision is it keeps me very, very fully engaged. I have very few down moments. I usually bring a magazine in case I do, but generally I've always got some paperwork to catch up on. So I'm really, frankly, people think it's so much fun to go visit a movie set. It's not fun, it's work. We're here, we're working, and then usually each scene is repeated so many times that, by the 5th take of something or the 5th shot, different angle of something, I just think I would get bored if I didn't have so much work to do, sitting there really hyper-focusing, paying attention to every detail. It just, in a sort of sick way, it's fun for me. And it's a perfect outlet for my slightly obsessive compulsive personality.
My name is Ted, and I'm an extra on I Hope They Serve Beer in Hell. I pretty much go where they tell me to go. They do a lot of makeup, which is a new experience for me. Fix my hair quite a bit. I especially like when they tuck in my shirt for me. But yeah, that's been about my experience. Absolutely not. It is one of the most, it's cool for the first couple hours, but it becomes really grueling, really tedious, really repetitive. It's actually pretty amazing. It's been a nice learning experience to see how many different shots people have to do, but it is tedious to see the same thing for 14 hours over and over and over again. Yeah. So I don't think I'd do it again, no. I think it will be. There's a lot of pretty funny material. Matt and Jeff and Jesse and really everyone has just been great. It's pretty cool. I mean, down to the least involved extra. Everyone seems to be pretty involved, pretty motivated, and it's been pretty cool.